look at New York and what kind of numbers they've put up these last 10 games. First in scoring, first in assists, and they're also #1 in shooting percentage. This is a team that prides itself on taking high-quality shots.
And you go back to their offense, the most explosive in the league. I mean, everyone talks about the great offense beating great defenses, and I tell you what, they make it difficult to hang with them. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Good on the second free throw. The Knicks leading by 9. He kicks it to Afflalo. Lewis passes to Lopez. Here's Porzingis, three-pointer, and the Knicks hit again from deep.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Now here's Jennings. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Lewis with it, and Jennings picks him up defensively. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Misses the chippy right there. Pistons trail by 12. Zeller setting the pick for Jennings, and that one's good. Drummond.
Boy, you got to love that nice assist by Jennings.
Knicks have gone 8 of 10 shooting, coming out very strong. Lewis dishes to Anthony. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Anthony's got 6.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Now here's Lee. Last game we saw him score 13. Johnson kicks to Jennings. Just 5 on the clock. Jumper off the screen, and he drops that one in.
And he needed that one to try to regain some confidence. Tough start, just 1 of 9 from the floor.
To the middle, here's Anthony, and the layup falls. 8 points for him.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Lewis with the 3, and again, New York with the triple.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Lee kicks to Jennings. And he overshot that one, missing.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been healthy at all.
Here's Afflalo, and again it's New York.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
A great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, you might have been wondering who the top scoring small forwards have been over the last 10 games. Want to know more? Here's a peek. Number 1, Carmelo Anthony.
You know, call him whatever you want. But the bottom line is he just finds a way to score. And when he gets going, he can tear the rest of the NBA to shreds.
Well, there's no question he is the priority for any defense they're up against. He's impossible to shut down entirely, so you just want to slow him down from his spot on the wing.
Here's Lewis after the basket by Detroit. Inside, Stevenson, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no line in those totals.
The shot by Johnson, no good.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
And here's Jackson following the three-pointer by Freak. There's the pick. Dishes to Bellinelli. The feed to Morris. This one for three. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Passes to Stevenson. 1:11 left in the first quarter. And it's good.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Now, here is Morris. 11 points for him in that last game against the Raptors in Toronto.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Greg, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can.
Not at all.
Well, I tell you, I think his body control and concentration in the air are really unique.
So it's Detroit now, following the score by New York.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Stevenson passes to Lewis. Back to Stevenson. And he banks in the layup. Stevenson's got his third bucket of the night.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
The drive by Jackson. That is good. 6 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Freak was recently picked to compete in this year's dunk contest. We caught up with him to get his thoughts on being...
I'm excited. You know, there's some great dunkers this year, so I'm just hoping to bring something special, get the fans excited. I definitely got a few tricks up my sleeve, so we'll see what happens.
It's good to see that kind of excitement about Clark competing in the dunk contest.
A long list of outstanding dunkers. Bud Well, Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins, Larry Nance, Vince Carter, Dr. J. I mean, these guys left a lasting legacy in the dunk contest. Can Freak match up to that? It's going to be fun to see if he does.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Knicks.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. Lewis, he's in a point guard. And Stevenson is out there with Anthony. Then there's Sanders. And it's a Flalo in at the 2-guard spot. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Raptors delivered quite a performance. He had 37 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Looking to end the run. Johnson, that's for 2. Outside for Jackson, and it goes out of bounds. That one is off Zeller.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Drummond's checked in for the Pistons. And then for New York, Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Sanders. And it's Porzingis in for Lance Stevenson. Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
You can see where the Pistons rank in the league stats over these last 10 games now. 5th in steals, 5th in fast break points. And they're in the top 3rd in the league in blocks. They're a team that really doesn't give many good looks.
And that ranking in the steals category, airtight perimeter defense, is one of the things that makes this team go. Their aggressiveness, for me, sets them apart.
For Detroit, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Jennings dishes the lead. And Drummond kicks to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Detroit, no good that time either.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head-scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park. Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Lewis against Jennings. Johnson with a screen on Lewis. Now Zeller. 8 points his last outing. Detroit, no good that time either. Follow the pass to Lewis. Shoots the 3. In. And his hot hand continues. 10 of 11 from the floor. And looking for more.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
Stolen by O'Quinn. Here's Anthony. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Jennings with the ball. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. The shot by Johnson, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Lee goes in. Jennings wide open. Buries it from three-point range.
No way a player like him can be left wide open like that.
This quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball.
The dish to Zeller. Drummond a screen. Now here's Zeller. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game.
And another miss Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. No problems knocking that one down. Porzingis has got 5 points now this quarter.
Playing smart offensively in the first half, no doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far.
Jennings dishes to Drummond. It's back to Jennings. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Jennings has got 8 points.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Lewis kicks to Anthony. Lee with the steal. And here we go. Jennings heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. He's got 10.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
New York's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Johnson, the pass to Zeller. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Zeller's got his second bucket of the game to go. Here's New York. Last time they met in New York.
Yeah, and last time they faced off, really an easy win. They put together a pretty complete game, but their edge on the glass, for me, still stands out.
Yeah, I agree with you that the numbers shout loud and strong. I mean, a major edge for them clearing the backboards, and that was the difference on the scoreboard, too.
Well, for Detroit, their last game, a loss to the Raptors in Toronto. Lee. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Drummond. Johnson comes in for Zeller. Marcus Morris is checked in for Johnson. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Brandon Jennings.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Morris kicks to Lee. On the wing, Jackson. Lewis covering. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 ball. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. And here now on the 2K leaderboard, the best distributors in the league. The point guards with the most assists per game this season. Freak number 1. Brandon Jennings 4th.
And obviously assists are the name of the game at the point guard position. And that's not lost on these guys. It's all about making their teammates better.
I agree. I mean, their vision, their unselfishness, the connection they have with their teammates. It really adds up to a real wealth of understanding of what to do out there, and it makes them a special group.
Jackson against Lewis. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession.
Looking now at the numbers for Jackson. He's been a factor for them over the last month. He's around 10 points per game, 8 assists and 4 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
And oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
There's the bucket, good. And it's 8 points for Lance Stevenson.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Outside Jackson, pass to Bellinelli. There's the 3. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. It's the Knicks running away with it. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, we just witnessed what was an amazing offensive display from this guy in the first half. Where did that scoring explosion come from?
Wow, really that many points? to this, if you say so. I'm not really concerned with my points or how I'm getting them. Let's start counting points now. The rest of the game, we're just going to get away.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
How about a double-double already? I mean, this is the sort of energy performance that just energizes your entire team.
He has impacted the game in a bunch of different ways. Really going to be hard to slow him down now. I tell you what, this has been fun to watch.
Cody Zeller out there with Johnson. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then it's Lee. And it's Jennings in at the 1. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Pass to Lee. Shoots from 14. Rebounded by Anthony.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge, too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball. And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
And it's Lee, that time on the assist by Jennings.
Great way to start to have easy layup against some soft D.
Lewis on the wing. He's guarded by Jennings. And there's another one for the Knicks.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Lee outside. From past the arc. Aflalo pulls it in. Knicks have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. He dishes it to Lewis. And stolen by Jennings. Lee passes to Jennings. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Got a hand on it.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Shoots from the right block. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his third rebound tonight, and it's Johnson penetrating. And now Aflalo pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
The Pistons have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Here's Drummond. Good D by Lopez.
Well, that's a lot of bricks by them early in the second. Only 1 make on 5 tries so far in the second half.
Lewis misses. The Pistons shooting a meager 37% for the game. Zeller, a screen on Aflalo. Johnson sets the screen for Jennings. Zeller with it. Now Anthony defending. And Zeller kicks to Lee. Here's Johnson. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Johnson's got his second bucket of the night. For New York, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Here's Lewis. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Some fantastic numbers for the prodigy. He has 38 points. And talk about the 3-ball for him. Wow. Unbelievable from long distance.
Clark, there have been some fireworks from deep today. Boy, he is just dangerous out there.
New York with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Jackson, he's checked in for Courtney Lee. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Sinks the triple. Jackson's got 5 points so far.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
It's stolen by Johnson. Outside Jennings. Kicks it to Zeller. There's the pass to Jackson. Pulls up. High post. Jennings. It's rebounded by New York. Lewis outside. He feeds it to O'Quinn. No good. And Detroit the other way now.
I'm a fan. of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Here's Drummond. Lewis grabs the board. Lewis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Beyond the arc, and he gets it to go. Lewis has got 41.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Lewis against Jennings. Fires from 18. Jennings can't get that one to fall.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
To the paint. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Johnson.
Melo having a terrific game. 22 points and 4 assists as well. Talk about on fire. Nearly everything's going in for him right now.
He's just got that touch, that magic touch right now.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Johnson comes in for Zeller. Morris is checked in for Johnson. And it's Bellinelli in for Brandon Jennings. The Knicks also changing it up. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Sanders comes in for Porzingis. Lance Stevenson subbed in for Aaron Aflalo.
Nice stroke from long range, and if he keeps getting those opportunities, he better take them.
Jackson kicks to Bellinelli. Ilyasova is screen on Sanders. Feeds it to Morris. 5 on the clock. And another 3 for Detroit.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
The Knicks have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Lewis dishes to Anthony. Back to Lewis. Some nice passing by New York here. That's good.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
Smith checked in for New York. Jackson against Lewis. From deep, Ilyasova. Knicks with the rebound. Sanders has got his 5th rebound in this one. And Stevenson with the basket on the assist by Lewis. And that's 10 points for Lance Stevenson.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Jackson drives in. It's rebounded by New York.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Outside, Lewis. It's hauled in by Ilyasova. Detroit's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Here's Morris. Sweet little floater. Morris has got 13.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Lewis kicks to Stevenson. And now let's bring you the list of the top three-point shooting teams over the course of the past 10 games. Number 1, the Knicks.
The main factor, I think, is the great spacing. That has led to wide-open, long-range shots, and that's why we see the great numbers from the 3.
Stevenson, stuffing the stat sheet, doing all sorts of things. He has 11 points, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
And Clark, that needs to continue. When he has an opportunity to get an open teammate the ball, he has got to make that a priority.
To the inside. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Stevenson's got 5 points now this quarter. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Move the ball.
Lewis kicks to Stevenson, and he goes in for the dunk.
Now, that's the way it's done. Take it up high and throw it down with everything you've got.
That's right. Clark, he was not going to take the soft approach on that drive.
I would certainly hope not. I mean, you get that kind of opportunity with little resistance from the defense, you got to take it.
Smooth sailing for New York. Lewis outside. Johnson over to help. Lewis passes to Sanders. Smith dishes to Stevenson. He kicks it to Lewis. Smith outside. Shot clock at 6. And here's Stevenson for 3. And the shot is good. Stevenson's got 18 points.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
It's Jackson with the drive. They get it again.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Knicks out front, opening up a huge gap. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything.
A few minutes pass by, I hear a buzzing noise. Was that chick with some of ignorance?
And Detroit has possession. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Smith is out there with... New York's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Lewis attacking. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Lewis has got 46 points. Pistons have gone 7 of 15 from the floor. Here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. Here's Drummond. The shot's good. Jennings making the play. Jennings has got his 5th assist in this one. Smooth sailing for New York. Here's Lewis. And he lays it straight in. Lewis has got 18 points just in the second half.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him. And he's had an answer for every defense he's seen.
It's Jennings with the drive. Nice D from Lewis.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now. That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Jackson misses. Balanced scoring clock for him. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watching it. Okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar.
You might want to cut down on that sugar intake, though, Clark. But anyway, everybody's been involved in this offense here early on, and it has a way of helping you defensively.
That's good.
They're perfectly content to keep going to that mid-range jumper. If the defense is going to give it to them, they'll take it all day.
And it's about getting open looks, and they've used that shot with great... Great effect here tonight.
To the paint, here's Johnson, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
That's good from Johnson. For the Pistons, Ilyasova, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. And it's Bellinelli in for Marcus Morris. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for the Knicks.
He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
Lewis, terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Knicks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an in-seat. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
They really took control of the first two games in this season series by keeping the pressure on. The win here tonight will move them to 2-0 with one game left against the Pistons.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for the Prodigy. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Tries from 16, and Detroit again with the bucket.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
Excellent use of the screen that time.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Deflects the pass. Shot from 16. So no problem for New York as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
Well, all night long you were able to control the glass. A visibly winded Warrior here. How were you able to get so many shots that came off the iron?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, freak. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place. And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest.